Hey, what's going on, you bumbling belly balls? Today we're taking a look at a Mega Feraligatr build. Now, this came as one of my submissions for my Dude streams. The Dude streams decks out of Discord streams are where I let the YouTube members and Twitch subs submit decks into the Discord, and then I play with the deck lists as they are, and then we see which deck can get the highest win streak. The Mega Feraligatr is currently our front runner for the Pitch Black format at 6 wins. And I don't know, it's pretty cool. It makes me inspired to want to revisit the deck in the future. This was submitted by Stu, so shout out to Stu. But Mega Feraligatr, for anyone who is unaware, stage 2, 370 HP, a lot of HP. It actually hits really hard as well. Mortal Crunch, Water Colorless, 200. If the active Pokemon has any damage counters on it, you do 200 more damage. So it's at least 410 damage. I mean, that's way more than enough damage. We don't need more damage than that. That is perfect. There's a baby Feraligatr in here as well. I don't think I use this a single game, actually. But we have seen some Feraligatr builds in the past be kind of centered around this card. Torrential Heart. Once on your turn, you may put up to 5 damage counters on this Pokemon. If you do, this Pokemon's attacks do 120 more damage. And then Giant Wave, 160 for 2 water. There's a couple different ways to operate this deck. You can just set up a Feraligatr and hit hard, not hitting very fast. The energy requirement on this thing is kind of the biggest thing holding it back. There are Crispins in this build, of course, to get there. But one of the main win conditions with this deck is damage spread through Froslass and Monkey Dory, utilizing the big bite of Totodile and the itchy pollen of Badoo to slow your opponent down while you spread damage, and then eventually build up to some big one hits, or you can just kind of win the game through retreat lock with big bite. I'm not gonna lie, that's like a very common win condition with this deck. There's Relicanth in here, so we could have like a big Feraligatr EX in the active, utilizing the big bite of the Totodile, and make it so we could have something like I don't know, like even like a Meganium. You could like trap a Meganium in the active with big bite, and then the Meganium could like punch a Feraligatr for 140 2 times, 3 times, 4 times if we got the Hero's Cape on it, and we still wouldn't wait. If they punch us 4 times, we would get knocked out. 3 times, if they hit us a 4th time, we get KO'd. But if we have a Hero's Cape on there, even if they hit us 3 times, we would still survive. Utilizing all that time, I guess if we have some Monkey Dories, we could survive more than 3 times. We could survive 4 times if we have a couple Monkey Dories in play from like the first hit onwards. So it's a spread, retreat lock, annoying deck to play against. Pheasant Meowth for some consistency, of course. Shapement to protect the bench against the Slow King matchup. Lilies, can't go wrong with Lilies. Dawn is the secondary setup supporter in the deck. Crispins, like I mentioned. A couple boss, only 2 boss actually in this build to work with. 4 Woody Puffin, 4 Pokepad, and 2 Ultra Ball for the rest of the Pokemon search alongside the Dawn. A little bit of recovery and some Night Searchers, a little bit of aggressive stage 2s with the 1 of Rare Candy. We're obviously hoping once we get to a Mega Feraligatr that it goes a long way. We don't play a ton of Rare Candies or Croconaws, only 2 Croconaw and 1 Rare Candy, so not even that many ways to get to the stage 2. But once you get to a Mega Feraligatr, it's not going anywhere for a little while. We'll have some turn to play around with it. A couple Surfing Beach for some mobility, and then 5 Water, 3 Dark. Let's jump into the action with this deck, and I'll show y'all how it went. Lead. Think about unfair step with the A spec for Beedrill. I think Max Rod's best. Yeah, I think it's just worse than Max Rod. All right, how are we gonna approach this? Froslass will be good. Monkey Doors will be good. Early Itch wouldn't be bad. We probably should set up a Mega Feraligatr. Or no, this might just be like a double Froslass game, actually. Yeah. Take it back. Oh, shoot. I actually didn't check the deck for the cat. Yeah, this game's gonna be kind of lame, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, because we're not gonna actually... We might use Feraligatr eventually, but it's not gonna be like a go-to thing here. This deck is gonna initially operate as just a Froslass Monkey Dory deck. That is gonna be our initial strategy here. I don't want to go get a Totodile right now. Let's see. Want a baby Totodile? We don't need him yet. We don't need him. We can go for a retreat lock on a Thwackey at some point. Getting a Mega Gator online also would just die to a Gladion combo and just be 3 prize cards, so Prime sub there. Griffin, welcome to the Rat Pack. That's actually a good point, yeah. Well, we'd only evolve it, I guess, to the big guy. Punching here for 80. I feel like I want to save Meowth to take like a bigger hit later, so I think I let the Monkey Dory take the hit here. Oh, yeah, or that. I forgot they could do that. I do have to kind of draw with Fez here, which is not great, I don't think. Ooh. Oh, I have the Retreat Lock, but they could evolve Air Balloon. I don't play for the Retreat Lock yet. Yeah, we just have the Retreat Lock option, but we're not doing it yet. Oh, there's a Hero's Cape in here. That's huge to find, if we can find that. Retreat Lock that? No. Do again? No, I gotta save this to become a Froslass because I could just have boss KO. I think it's just like... Bench Monkey Dory, attach Dark to Monkey Dory, go. Yeah. A little awkward. Fine though. Sacrifice the active Monkey Dory. Push the Fez on the rebound. Something like that. I sacrifice the monkey? Because I don't want to put my air balloon on the monkey. I want to save my air balloon to put on the Fez after they kill the monkey. I want to put it somewhere where I can get multiple uses out of it, basically. I don't really mind losing a monkey here. Interesting situation for sure. They did just boss the cat over the Fez, yeah. I could not tell you why. I don't hate holding the hand because it has everything I need for a Retreat Lock combo. I think I'm just gonna draw first. Or maybe I should have like grabbed a Totodile out of the deck. I wouldn't hate a Crispin here. If I bench Totodile, what happens if I bench Totodile? Oh, I just don't need a bench Totodile yet. Let's see if I get a Crispin here. I don't really want a Nitro for my Dark Energy. Maybe I go like... What do I do here? Well, air balloon this for sure. Why not lose and hope for a Dark Energy? I guess the answer is that is I prize a Dark Energy. But besides that would have been I would rather hold the hand and Crispin out of the hand. The hand had everything I need for a Retreat Lock combo. I gotta do this for the Dark Energy now. Retreat Lock what? Why would they evolve? Well, I'm gonna force them to. We're gonna do like this. What if I like burn this? Let's just put a Totodile in play, I guess, in case they boss around it, right? Sure. Do I cape him? It would look pretty good in a cape. I'm just Lily now. What happens? Not threatening hand disruption like makes it way harder to force him to play the game, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it might just be cooked. I don't know. It might just be cooked. Could be cooked. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's not cooked. Maybe it's cooked. Did you use 0 boom boom grooves? Up to this point. The early Diplin just went too hard. Maybe I just had to throw the Hero's Cape in play somewhere, to be honest. Actually, like, Hero's Cape on a Froslass wouldn't have been terrible. Well, they don't get a 2-punch here. Does that matter, though? There's Boss KO Fez to win. There's Boss KO Fez to win next turn. Yeah, I should have put the Hero's Cape on Froslass. And if I get a boss here, we have a route, I think. Boss? Is it good enough, though? 225, okay. Nope, that would have been bad. Two.
Bite?
No one expects the big bite. No one's ready for the big bite. It's where they have the fennel. So how'd you feel about the 2023 Worlds format? I don't know. I don't remember. I don't even know what was in the format, to be honest. I think we got him. Yo, where were the haters at? Let me read some messages from chat here. Let's see here. Lead too strong. Leon Husky. John Profits. Yeah, you're cooked. No Devo might be cooked. Just on. Interesting comments there from the chat there. Literally only a turn ago, the haters were rampant in the chat. Since then, the critics have been silenced, and we have yet to hear a peep. Interesting. Curious. Very curious to see the switch up so quickly. World 23 was when you got top 4. Oh, I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember how I felt about the format at the time. Could have been bad, could have been good. He bossed the cat. Hey, you said fleet too strong literally last turn after the boss cat play had already happened. So I think you're backtracking pretty heavily there with that that follow-up comment. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if you know or not, but is Grandmaster Games or Mage's Comics the more comp place to play? I have no clue. I don't know either of those locations. I would say try them both out. Report back. Played Snorlax to that Worlds, right? I have no clue. I don't know what format we're talking about. I meant 2014 when Quad Thorns won. What was your initial question? I feel like if he played for Gladion, he could have won. Maybe at some point, yeah. Not gonna disagree. Did they rage quit? Maybe they didn't realize that they were getting board wiped. They're like, oh wait, fuck. Let's go. A dub it is. Okay. I mean, this is like another double Froslass game, I feel like. I think I'm double Froslassing my opponent here. Well, I also want to Badoo them, I guess. Well, they grab Petrol. Yeah, so we want to do them in here. And then I don't hate Dawn just to get second Star 1 plus Froslass to try and set up for. Yeah, just grab like quad. Boom, bang, pop, Pollen. I'll start. Oh, how do I deal with an eventual Mega Excadrill? Well, then we have to set up the big guy, right? Yeah, we got to get the big guy online at some point. I do want to limit their Metang access as much as I can early on in the game. Well, they did hit off Lily, so I guess I might get beamed here. No guarantees, though. Them whiffing here, whiffing an attack here would be huge in terms of tempo. Ever not grab the Gator since it reveals you have Retreat Lock? Potentially, yeah.
Okay.
One little Gator. I want to save room for second Monkey Dory. What does this guy do again? Oh yeah, it does one hit KO. These guys online with Lily. No energy is unfortunate. Crispin for next turn though, so it's not that big of a deal. Figure out what else goes with the turn next turn, but it's gotta be Crispin and chill. I do have to start to develop this this Croc. Definitely. I think Pass Rotation for Feraligatr was the hardest deck to play. I have no clue. Not something I've ever thought about. His deck could be viable right now. No, I don't think his deck is competitive. I mean, I definitely want to play the Crispin here. So, like, the best top deck would probably be Night Stretcher, so I can just Itchy Pollen them again. But we'll see. What we top deck. Actually, top deck Dark Energy here would be really good, because then I would actually KO their only Metang in play. Crispin, double Dark. Ooh, Night Stretcher is pretty good, though. I'll take it. Oh, or I could reverse thrust for the KO.
Huh.
That might be the better move, actually. Yeah, I kind of like that a little bit more. And I don't even have to play the Night Stretcher. And I could just like get like another Totodile to sacrifice. I do nerf my Lily, which is the unfortunate part here, I guess. But I think it's worth it to KO their only Metang in play. There's no Misty in this deck, no. Honestly, the second Monkey Dory in the bench is kind of bad. When did I bench that thing? Because it's just going to accrue more damage than I want it to have. Which is not good. It's just going to eventually die. If I don't win the game fast enough. I guess I have Ultra Ball for Cat next turn, though. Just to knock out their active, though. If they get this big guy. Maybe I should have put the Dark Energy here and sacrificed this Monkey Dory, to be honest. That's what I should have done. Oh, I'm going to get milled here as well. Maybe they'll mill my cat so I can just Night Stretcher for it. Ultra Ball away Surfing Beach and maybe the top deck. I don't know why. Yeah, I shouldn't have put the second Monkey Dory in play. I didn't like fully think through my line there, and then I just ended up with the extra Monkey Dory in play. I didn't fully think about what I was doing, and then oh yeah, because I like realized I was gonna reverse thrust, right? And I was like, I wasn't going to, but then I was like, wait a second, I may as well just reverse thrust here. Anyway, their only Metang in play seems good. And it was good. All right, Mortal Crunch.
Good.
You're done, Excadrill. You're done, buddy. Where's your Hero's Cape? Actually, they would have survived with the Hero's Cape there. They were lucky. Now they're in like big trouble, right? Like, how do they even? I might literally win next turn with boss. That's like as bad as it gets. Is losing the game. I missed the Thick Dew Monkey last deck before rotation. The deck was pretty cool. Feraligatr GX still viable? I don't know. That could be competitive. I haven't tried to make it work too hard recently, but I could see it. As long as you feel like you're at least slightly favored against Dragapult, it seems like it wouldn't be terrible. That's the question, though, that I do not have an answer for. I don't have a way to retreat currently. Oh, wait, they just petroled for the boss. We're chilling. Yeah, they're not doing anything too hasty here. And they definitely can't do 370, right? The most they could get to... Yeah, not with having played Petrol, they definitely can't. That's it. That's a dub. Another one for the Gator. Despite the misstep with the Monkey Dory. Currently dead, currently dead, currently dead. Will we top deck? We will. I'll throw this down. I'm tempted to put the Hero's Cape on the active right now, but I think we could wait a turn to just kind of see what they're cooking with, maybe. Grim, probably, so we're gonna be getting item locked. Be an interesting game. Grimmy. We definitely want to set up a big Gator. We can like big bite trap the Badoo. We'll know we'll have some time to kind of work with. I actually don't know where the Hero's Cape should go. Maybe it should go on the Gator, but I can also see it going on a Monkey Dory. But I kind of just want to throw it down now, so I'll probably just put it on the Totodile. And the Air Balloon on the Monkey Dory, probably, just to get these cards out of the deck so I can draw into better cards. Becomes a higher priority because we will be under the item lock.
Interesting. I
am gonna have to manually evolve up. I can actually do something like this turn. I don't technically need to put the Hero's Cape in play right now, but like, where do they go? Candy Grim. If they Candy Grim, they knock me out anyways. Okay, so I guess I just hold it. Like if they do play like a switch, they can go Candy Grim switch knockout, even with the Hero's Cape. So I would just lose my Hero's Cape. So was it ever worth putting Cape / Balloon down to avoid Salvatore Mega Froslass knockout? Oh, I don't. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Pretty sure no. Yeah, surely there's got to be Hero's Cape on the active now. Well, no, but I didn't see it. The only thing I saw was a Snow Run scrub. There's more validity to it than that, for sure. Yeah, I just need to find. I want a Dark Energy here is what I want. Never lucky. Crispin for next turn. I think we're just big biting again. Probably save the Surfing Beach. If I could like bench this. Bite. For a second there, I was thinking if there was a way that I could get into the Itchy Pollen there, but I don't know if that'd be worth it, to be honest. Big biting is probably just better. I'm playing an online tournament and cannot figure out a deck. Can you give me a deck, please? Play Grimmsnarl. Alright, there's the Grimmy. Yeah, we can Monkey Dory KO the active and then attack into the next Pokemon that they push up. It might be hard to close out this game though. Like we got like an initial attack to work with, but I don't know where we go from there. Just gotta keep our keep our active alive and healthy. No, there's no Misty in here. Three, be 5, 8, 5, 6, 7, 10. I think I heal my Monkey Dory here. Actually. 180, 180, 360, 110 removed. I actually don't know what's correct to heal here. I'm just gonna go with the Monkey Dory. See how things work out. In the long run, that seems like the better play, but I just kind of want to get this out of the deck at this point. I actually could have gone for Surfing Beach into Totodile, retreat into Badoo Itchy Pollen there. That wouldn't have been terrible. That's a good hit. I mean, if they don't, they probably shouldn't be able to disrupt my hand here, actually. Yeah, we can like go Crispin, set up second Monkey Dory, evolve to Cronkanaw, attach water to Cronkanaw. Double Monkey Dory, heal the active for 6 or something like that. Is Mewtwo worse in the Pitch Black format? Fleet and Drill both seem like tough matchups. Drill seems tough. I mean, Fleet you can just add handheld fans if you want to beat them. Yeah, Fleet's pretty reasonable to beat. You just have to go to the handheld fans. But I wouldn't say having a bad matchup against both those decks wouldn't be a reason to not play a deck, basically. And still play a deck despite a bad matchup into both those. Wait, doesn't Mewtwo one-hit KO Extra Drill with Max Belt? The matchup, no, but then it's hard to get through the Metagross. No, the matchup is probably unfavored. Yeah. The Metagross are really tough to deal with. They one-hit KO your Mewtwo and your Spidops two-hit KO them. Yeah, it's tough. No, it probably is a bad matchup. Festival Lead, I mean, it's just whether or not you want to tech for Festival Lead. Gotta pick if you want to tech for it. You have the space to tech for it if you want to. Be playing pretty, like, very unneutral cards, I guess, but looks like your opponent actually played Megalass. Did they? Did we see anything? Wait, why do we think that? They grabbed Hilda. Oh, did they? I was not paying attention at all. Sometimes you prize 2 Monkey Dory. Yeah, I mean, it's not that bad. I get to like build up my next Feraligatr. Yeah, I mean, if they have that in the deck, then they're definitely playing it. But can I even get my hand low enough to like... Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, I can bench this. 260 left, so I can heal the Monkey Dory again. I get 2, so I have 4, so I would live with 60 HP. Yeah, the hill is a little sus for sure. I should definitely play around the the Mega Froslass at this point. Unfortunately, most lists play Scrapper. I actually don't think that's true. I looked at it the other day. It was like 33% of lists were playing Scrapper. And if you play 2 fans, they play 1 Scrapper. You should still have a route in the matchup, I think. I just play the Pokemon TCG and try and have fun. That's my goal. Oh, root canal. I was scrolling back up to try and figure out what happened to you. They told me to take Tylenol, which I did, but we all know that ain't do shit. They didn't give you like anything? I feel like every time I've had something like that, they've always given me like prescription ibuprofen or... Actually, it's usually just prescription ibuprofen, to be honest. That's usually what they give you. But you can always just like... Prescription ibuprofen is just like basically the same thing as taking 3 or 4 ibuprofen, so... Big Bite in the active isn't very good. Saving this to Big Bite later would be good, potentially. Honestly, a Dawn or a Lily would both be good here. Got the Lily. I mean, this is once again just a double Froslass game. These games are like so lame. Every game is just, well, 2 Froslass is better than anything here. Let's just do it. This hand, not great, but I do have Boss Big Bite next turn, so got that going for us. I guess we're gonna Big Bite earlier than I thought we would. Sooner than I thought we would. Nope, just Tylenol. I actually can't take ibuprofen. Oh, okay. Well, I guess maybe they would have given to you if you could have it. You take 600 milligrams of ibuprofen, 100 milligrams of Tylenol. Yeah, probably just take. Did they? I mean, I don't want to say you should do this. Did they say you could, like, take more than like the what's it called amount, suggested recommended amount? Like I recently for my finger thing, they gave me prescription ibuprofen, but they also said it's like you could also just like I think it's like just pop in 3 or 4 ibuprofen. Like over the counter ibuprofen's like 200 per, and then I do feel like the prescription stuff is like. I mean, maybe it could just be placebo, but it does feel like the prescription ibuprofen is like they say it's 600 milligrams, and like over-the-counter ibuprofen is 200. But one of those feels different than taking 3 ibuprofens. It does not feel the same. I don't know what they're putting in that shit. Yikes. Well, I have this. They do have the fan. I'm not that scared of the fan for the situation, though, to be honest. I'm already dead drawing. I mean, the Big Bite is still putting in good work here. There's legit diminishing returns to popping 200x3 as opposed to popping 600. I like how you ban next format questions. The next step is asking you for pharmaceutical dosage recommendation. Hey, we're just discussing what the doctors say. We're not. There's no recommendations going on. I'm not a licensed anything. What? My opponent's not scared of the Frost Smash? Oh, I do. I am a licensed driver, actually. I do have a driver's license. It's the only thing I'm licensed in is driving. That's it. Hazel, how do you put up with YouTube chat after all these years? Well, you were like kind of like training wheels for it, Frosty. Like, if I can handle you in chat, I can handle anything. What's he digging for? My opponent? I don't know. I could Lily here. There's a lot I do want to set up. Or I could just crisp in Big Bite. I'd go 50 in there, 50 into their turn, 60 out. I would get KO'd going into their turn again. I think I just crisp in this turn. Get off one more guaranteed Big Bite. Then we just Lily next turn. But if I Lily here and I don't draw a water, then I lose out on a Big Bite turn, which seems really, really bad to lose out on. So, dude, they're trying to get Frost Smashed. Obviously, like, the upside of Lily in there is, like, really high. I can find some Monkey Dories to build up damage on, get the water energy, yada yada, but I feel like this might be good enough. Ooh, and they wasted a boss here. That's actually really, really good for us. I was debating attaching to the Snow Run. If me not attaching to it means that you waste a boss on it, that means they're gonna have that many less boss to chase Froslass with later. So I'm okay with that. Well, I still kind of have nothing. I could have Itchy Pollen this turn. I kind of don't want to, though. Do I care about them having access to items? Not really. I could have ran to Totodile bench Badoo, because I'm going to bench Badoo anyway, so I'm probably going to Itchy Pollen next turn. Alright, just pass. Well, I can Dawn next turn for Monkey Dory, Froslass, Dead Multi-Prize or whatever. And then I can Nitrogen back the Snow Run if they do have boss KO Froslass here. I guess I don't want to KO because I want to force them to have the energy, right? Question is, do they have retreat boss? That's the question. They don't have very many cards left in the deck, so they got to be close to having basically whatever they want. It'd be very funny if they don't, if they whiff retreating. Oh, wait, they're down in energy as well. So they're actually down 4 energy here. They only have like 2 to 3 energy left. There's one of them. Honestly, like big biting an Alakazam that doesn't have energy at this point wouldn't be a terrible play. Yeah, there's the boss. Another handheld fan. Yeah, we're not in a ridiculously strong situation. It's like fine. Honestly, Itchy bringing up an Alakazam and Itchy Pollinating it would. Well, no, their basic energy's on their active actually. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter to big bite it, right? They have the energy or they don't have the energy to. Well, they can put the enriching back and then hard retreat off the enriching. So I guess it could matter. That's actually a really good top deck. Because it sets up for the next Froslass. Yeah, the Nitrogen there is actually insane. I go run Froslass. But is this going to be enough, or is this still just too slow? Might still just be a little bit too slow. We'll see. A little too late. Maybe I needed a bigger turn. Maybe the turn that I went for the guaranteed water energy, I just needed to go for a bigger turn. And I should have gone for... Play the Lily, because I needed like Froslass and water. Maybe that line was just too slow. It's definitely possible. They still need 3 knockouts, though. Or 4, I guess. 3 going into my turn. Why not Itchy? Because I think there's higher value to wait for the Itchy. They literally have access to the whole deck. Like, what am I stopping them from utilizing? There's literally nothing. The only thing that would matter would be, like, Nitrogen for basic Psychic, but their basic Psychic's in play on the Toucannon, so... Doesn't even matter. I feel like a list with Toucannon would also play 3 boss, so they probably have a 3rd boss here. I feel like playing 2 boss with Toucannon makes no sense. 'Cause I feel like the value of playing the Toucannon is it becomes a... really convenient boss target after you get hand disrupted, or boss attacker. That's not boss though. That's really good for us. Wait, is it possible they just don't have enough cards to KO this with a Hero's Cape? No, I do not play 0-6. I'm gonna probably Itchy Paw on this turn because I'm gonna go this, Evolve, Cape, Lily, try and find Monkey Dory Dark. They can only reach 380 currently. Yeah, it might just be too big for them to overcome. We'll see. Oh, I almost forgot to Itchy. I should have actually put Surfing Beach in play so they would consider playing another card out of their hand to bump it. I should have put the Surfing Beach in play. Because maybe they'd be like, oh, I don't want them to have access to their stadium. Bump the stadium. They're doing 400 right now. We'd have, what, 470? They can put the Dunsparce back into the deck. Maybe they can get there. It's only 420, though. They would need, like, another 3... Well, they decked out now. Wait, did they just fuck up? No, because they have the Sacred Ash here. Another card gone. They can't use the Dunsparce, though. That's their third ball, so I think they're out of ball. So I could actually go into Itchy Pollen this turn. They can't Sacred Dash? Oh, did they just throw? They just threw, bro. If the boss was the last card in the deck, all they had to do, all they had to do was activate the Dunsparce there and they would have been fine. Insane.